Here's how most men in their 40s and 50s start the day. The alarm goes off, they check their phone, they check their email. Somebody else's agenda is loaded straight into their nervous system before their feet ever even hit the ground. Then they spend the next 14 hours reacting to whatever comes at them, wondering why they're already feeling behind and it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. I want to help you with that. I want to give you something that's different. It's not a routine, it's not ice baths, it's not journaling, and it's not a 4-step protocol you'll abandon by Thursday. Basically, it's 5 sentences said out loud in the morning before you even touch your phone, before your feet even hit the ground for that matter. It should only take you about 4 minutes, and they work because they're not magic, but because they decide the frame under which you're going to run the whole day through. So let's start with the one that changes everything else in my opinion. So number 1, I'm not my thoughts. I'm the thinker of them. You see, if you think about it, your mind is kind of like a thought factory. It runs a 24-hour shift and it produces one product: threat. What if you fail? What if they find out? What if you're too old? What if this is all there is? Here's what nobody tells you. That factory, it isn't broken, nor are you. It's actually working perfectly. Its job is to scare you. Why? To keep you alive. You see, that machinery was built for a world where being wrong meant being eaten. And it's never been updated. So it treats a sales call like a saber-toothed tiger and a hard conversation with your wife like a cliff's edge. Your brain is not trying to make you happy. It's trying to keep you safe. And those are 2 completely different assignments. So here is the shift. You are not the machine. You are the operator. Psychologists, they call this cognitive distancing. You don't have to argue with the thought. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to disprove it or even affirm your way out of it. You just have to stop standing inside of it. Change the language. Instead of I'm going to fail to I'm having the thought that I'm going to fail. You feel that? 6 words. But that puts daylight between you and that thought. You went from being the storm to being the man watching the storm from the window. Become the observer. And when that factory floods the line with warnings, remember, what it's protecting you from, risk, it wants you to sit still. Stay small. Take that safe road. Don't launch it. Don't audition. Don't say what you actually mean. But safety at 40 or 50 isn't safe. If you don't take risks, you risk everything. You risk arriving at the end of this beautiful life having never once been fully in it. The thought gets to speak. It doesn't get to drive. Number 2, I'm grateful for all that I have. Now that you know who's operating the machine, the next question is what you point at first. Seneca wrote once that nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Flash forward 2,000 years, we've made gratitude a soft word, something you put on a mug. There's nothing soft about it. Gratitude is the hardest correction your mind will ever make because that same factory is wired to scan for what's missing, not what's here. It's kind of like a negativity bias. Now, left alone, it hands you the inventory of the gap, what you haven't built, who's ahead of you, what you lost in the divorce, the layoff, the decade. Gratitude doesn't deny any of it. It just refuses to let the missing thing be the only thing in the frame. And be specific about it. I'm grateful for my health is a slogan. I'm grateful I woke up without pain. That I have a body that will carry me through today. That somebody in this house is glad that I'm in it. That's a practice. Name 3, out loud, specific, every morning. And an attitude of gratitude isn't about feeling better. It's about seeing accurately. Number 3, I can't control everything, but I can control how I show up. So, as I said, you're the operator. You've set what you're looking at. Now, where does the fuel go? There's a concept in psychology called the locus of control. External locus, life happens to me. The market, the boss, the ex, the diagnosis, the economy. I'm a passenger. Internal locus, I don't run the weather, but I run the boat. Here's the honest math. Most of what happens today is outside of your control. Most of it. other people's opinions of you, whether the deal closes, what your adult kid decides, whether the phone rings. And a small, unglamorous handful of things belong entirely to you. Your effort, your attention, your word, your tone, whether you tell the truth, whether you come back after you get hit. Almost all exhaustion at midlife comes from spending yourself on the first list. So ask 2 questions. What's actually mine today? And what am I carrying that was never mine to begin with? Put the second one down. You'll be amazed at how much energy comes back before breakfast. Brings me to number 4. I will meet resistance today, but I'm okay with that. Say it out loud. Then notice what happens in your chest. Because most of us, our suffering isn't the hard thing. It's the surprise of the hard thing. We wake up with an unspoken assumption that today should go smoothly and that the traffic, the client, the kid, the text message, every one of them lands as a violation, a personal insult from the universe. So you spend the day being offended by friction instead of moving through it. Name resistance before it arrives and you take away its ambush. The difficult conversation still happens. The setback still happens, but it can't knock you sideways because you already told yourself the truth. Today has teeth in it. That's not pessimistic. That's preparation. The Stoics did this deliberately, rehearsing the day's obstacles in the morning, the rude person, the delay, the loss, so that when it arrived as expected rather than unfair. You're not bracing for a bad day. You're refusing to be shocked by a normal one. And that brings me to number 5. Little touchy here, but live like it's your last day. I know how that sounds. A little bumper sticker-ish, bucket list. But that's not what I mean. I don't mean quit your job and fly to Bali. I mean, if this were the last one, would you still be waiting to have that conversation? Would you still be half present at dinner? Would you still be rehearsing a version of your life you intend to start living later? There is no later. There's this Tuesday. And the number of them left is finite and unknown. And somewhere in your 40s or 50s, that stops being a philosophy problem and becomes a math problem. Live like it's your last day means stop deferring. Make the call. Say the thing. Be in the room you're standing in. 5 sentences. In order. I'm not my thoughts. I am the thinker of them. I am grateful for all that I have. I can't control everything, but I can control how I show up. I will meet resistance today, and I'm okay with that. I live like it's my last day. 4 minutes out loud before the phone. You will not become a different man by Friday. That's not how this works. But you will start meeting your days deliberately instead of getting dragged through them, and that compounds. 90 days of it, and you won't recognize how you used to operate. You don't control what today brings. You're absolutely the operator of how you meet it. Go run the boat. Guys, my name is Jeffrey. I'm the Midlife Mindset Coach. I'm here to help you get unstuck and get after it here in your second act. Catch up with you soon. Ciao.